Hey, what's going on YouTube? Any of you guys out there have that one casting that you love so much you can't get enough of, so you wind up buying duplicates of it and you justify it, and it gets to a point where you can't get enough variations, so you start making your own customs and you commission your own customs, and if you find any online, you wind up buying them? That's what I got going on. Stick around, let's check out my custom Rodger Dodger collection. With almost 72, 73 variations of the Rodger Dodger, you think I would get my fill, but I just haven't. I've started looking for other variations in the form of customs. I started making my own, and then I commissioned one off of Goober's pad. If you know who that is. If not, his description will be in the link below. You got to check him out. He does incredible customs. His level of detail is ridiculous. But I started picking up custom Rodger Dodgers just to fill that void of needing more. This is one I picked up off of eBay. This is just awesome. Someone definitely went a step above by making it with its own card. The 1952 World Champion New York Yankees. Maybe hard to read that. There you go, right at the base there. Nothing on the back, but hey, whatever. And of course, it's not your standard card. But it's cool. They actually made more than one. There was another one they put up on eBay as well. I would assume this flag is on the other side as well, but how cool is that? And hey, if you're the person who made this and you happen to see this video, chime in. Let me know, because you did a really good job. It's really awesome. And I struggled with buying the second one that was put up on eBay. I really did. I almost got it just so that I would be the only one to have it. But then I realized that's just silly. This one, very simply done. Flat black all around with a gloss stripe down the front. This was done by a buddy of mine. Of course, blacked out the tires as well. This was done by my buddy Jay. He goes by Day to Day with Jay, all one word. If you want to check him out on YouTube, he does some really cool videos. It's not just diecast that he does videos of either. He does videos of just literally day to day, which is cool because he actually lives about 12, 15 miles from me. So when he's out and about filming stuff, it's cool because I get to see places that are close to me or whatever. But yeah, he does really cool customs, tons of Hot Wheels hauls, Matchbox hauls as well. And he's a serious collector of vintage Game Boys and other action figures and stuff from his childhood. So Day to Day with Jay, I'll put a link to him in the description below. He's got some really cool stuff. Go check him out. I'll start off with one that I'm actually in the middle of working on. I took the lift off of a jaded truck and stuck a Rodger Dodger on top of it. In order to get the lift to sit in, I had to cut the base out, but I left just to the rivet on the front and back so that the bumper would stay in, and of course the headlights in front. But what was really cool is that the jaded lift literally fit snug right in there, and the bars on the back come right up and touch the bumper. I'm gonna have to move them in just a bit to glue it, but they're right there. And of course I'm gonna change the paint and I just make it a little more aggressive looking. Next one is one that I did myself. Can't remember what Rodger Dodger this one was to begin with, but the idea was I wanted to make it a mirror finish, and I was a few levels of polishing away, and I set it down for whatever reason, and by the time I got back to it, it had kind of started to tarnish a little, and it turned to this more grayish, almost gunmetal gray, but not quite. And I decided it looked good. So I threw some real riders on there and let it go. On to another one that I made. Lifted up the back end by using one of the Johnny Lightning Zingers, Street Freaks. And it was perfect. It fit right into the wheel well, gave it that stance. I gave it a blacked out Real Rider up front. And I went with a simple red paint job with no tampos. Here's a neat one. General Lee. Done out of the camo Rodger Dodger. This one I bought off of eBay. Someone was smart. They realized that the yellow, or the orange, I'm sorry, that this Rodger Dodger was to begin with, is a perfect General Lee color. So they rubbed off the tampos, threw on the General Lee tampos, and boom. Did up the tail lights, dotted up the headlights, and they had it on eBay for like, I think it was like $9. I couldn't pass it up. Here's one that a buddy of mine did. He goes by Tunagausklav, if I'm pronouncing that right. It was really funny to hear the speaker at the Matchbox gathering who was talking about the customs that had won, that they had picked for their winners, and he was one of them, and they were trying to pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure it's Tunagausklav. Either way, in the description below, he dug this out of his collection after we had been talking for a while, and he said it was pretty beat up and decided to further beat it up and give it a crazy rusted out effect. And after me and him chatted for a little while and we did a trade, he sent it to me. It's actually not a Rodger Dodger, it's a Dixie Challenger, but might as well be a Rodger Dodger. Super cool. It's hard to really show you what he did here, but the texture of his rust is so realistic. Like it's just bumpy in places like rust would be. I don't know. I was really excited when he sent that to me. And that's the first custom someone sent to me in a Roke box, Rayek box, however you say that, random act of kindness box. This is a really cool one. Got this one off of eBay. Before I owned one of the blue Rodger Dodgers, I needed one loose for my loose collection, and this one fit the bill perfectly. Nice metal base. They obviously used one of the old Rodger Dodgers, 74. And the blue's not exactly right. It's a darker with a super sparkle in it, and that's not how the original one was. But you know what? I was going to take these Real Riders off it that they put on there, throw on some red lines, and that was going to be my example for my loose one. But you know, now that I have one, I'm keeping it the way it is because it's an awesome custom. And then of course, last but not least, my absolute favorite of all my custom Rodger Dodgers. This one was done by Goober's Pad. I actually commissioned this one from him. After watching a handful of his videos, I decided I would reach out to him and see if he would make one for me. I was looking for a teal Rodger Dodger with the gasser stance, and pretty much leaving the rest up to him. Based on his level of skill, I had no problem leaving it completely in his hands. I did ask him to somewhere include my son's name, and he went on, of course, to tell me he doesn't make his own custom tampos, but he was able to just write my son Mac, his name right in there. So Mac's bodywork on the back on both sides. Rampage. bunch of awesome tampos on there. And of course, look at that. Custom headers coming through. The kids got skills. And if you don't know who Goober's Pat is, I'd be shocked, first of all. Second of all, link in the description below. Go check him out. My turntable spins too fast. I'm gonna get a new one that's a little bit slower. But how good is that? How good is that? God, the Rodger Dodger makes such a good gasser. All right, that's it. Those are all my custom Rodger Dodgers. All right, I appreciate everyone coming hanging out with me. Hope you guys are out hunting. Hope you guys are out doing cool things, collecting cool things, even if you have to commission one from your favorite customizer. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.